Are you ready? Fastlane.
Let's go.
Woo! So,
We're going to be there too. So we're jacked.
oh my God, we
Yeah, you forgot,
I
dude.
totally
We're
forgot.
planning it out. Like, hey, are we
Oh,
doing this?
oh my God, you're right. What?
Yeah. So
We
it's
are
more
going.
special.
Oh my gosh, we are going.
There's no lineup yet, but it's gonna be special.
Ah, geez, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
God.
man. October's a busy month.
Oh yeah, I think I did knew that. I think it's because I've been telling everybody I'm going to Indiana.
Ah,
So maybe that's why I got like a little confused.
it is
It is
Indianapolis.
Indy, yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I was a little being slow where I'm like, oh, I'm going to Indiana. It's like, why? I don't
Like,
know. I
it's
just
you
am.
don't know. It's there.
Like, I don't know. I'm going with my cousin. I don't know why. I don't remember. Like, oh yeah, fast lane. That's the reason. But yeah, so this is gonna be fantasy booking. Basically, we're just gonna be like our version of. We haven't done this in a while. It's been like 2 or 3 months
Yeah,
where we'll do fantasy booking, how we would book the pay per view. So, like Ever said, there's no matches announced, and
at the
this
moment.
what's crazy. This is the first pay per view with TKO groups. Uh,
Yeah, first
so
pay-per-view, yeah.
yeah, so
Well,
that's
if you
gonna
don't
be
consider No
crazy.
Mercy though, you don't consider No Mercy, no, NXT No Mercy,
No,
no, just
no,
WWE. I mean, main roster
yeah,
pay-per-view.
main
Okay, yeah, okay,
roster. Yeah,
okay. 'Cause technically, NXT No Mercy would be the first, but
yeah,
but no, okay,
no, yeah. I mean, I can see why, but no, I would say main roster. I would say WWE
okay,
Fastlane. So, because Vince doesn't even watch NXT, so
no,
so
yeah, it shows. That's why it's
yeah.
better.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
sometimes, sometimes. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
yeah.
So the way how do you want to do this, back and forth, or you want to give out the lineups first? You give your lineup and then we'll be like, what would be your opening match?
I think we probably just. I don't want to do a particular order because I didn't put these in order. I just kind of put them separate. Like,
I mean, you could, but that's the fun part. You could do that
yeah,
right now.
yeah, that's true.
So you want to do, let's give each other the lineup and then we could go, you want to go head to head with each other?
Yeah,
Because
let's go
at
head to
least that
head.
way, yeah, because at least that
Somebody's
way,
match happen. Somebody's match happen
yeah.
though.
So let's so how do you want to, like, you want to just be like, this is my lineup, or
We could go match to match and not put them in order. Like I just give you a match, you give me a match, and it doesn't have to be. It doesn't be first or second or third, but
but that's what I'm saying. Do you want to
yeah,
give our list of our
yeah, let's do
matches
that.
first, and then after we give our matches, then we go and be like, what would be your opening match and your main event?
Yeah, yeah, we could do
All
that.
right. So you go first.
Okay, so my lineup is Gunther versus Chad Gable for the IC title.
Ooh, okay.
Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley versus Raquel for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship.
Also, a
Nakamura,
triple threat
the
women's
triple threat.
championship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nakamura versus Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Io
Hmm.
Sky versus Asuka for the women's world WWE Championship. Judgment Day, which is Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens
For the tag titles.
for the tag titles. Jimmy Uso and Theory versus LA Knight and AJ Styles.
Hmm.
Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Dominic and JD McDonough. And I'll have Lashley, Ford, and Dawkins versus Ridge, Butch, and Sheamus.
Interesting match.
Yeah,
So, how many would you
8.
say?
Oh.
Well, that too. But I was gonna say, which are your main events?
My main event, I think I would do Io
You,
Sky versus Asuka, and I would do Nakamura and Rollins. But
hmm,
yeah.
interesting. So here are my lineups. Now,
Mhm.
bear with me because obviously we're gonna do how we're gonna book the matches
Yeah.
on the show. This is our lineup.
Mhm.
My lineup, dude. I got like 4 main events.
Oh my God. It's
But
Fastlane, dude. Hey,
hear me
WrestleMania.
out. Hear
Okay.
me out. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, I see why. So, like you said, some of these matches could happen. Maybe they won't, but we're not gonna, Hopefully, it does happen.
Yeah.
One of my matches I know for a fact that's not gonna happen is I would book John Cena versus The Miz at
Hmm.
Fastlane.
Hmm.
And then here's my other match. Jimmy Uso versus uh my bad. Jimmy Uso teams up with Solo to go against Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles. If AJ Styles and Bobby Lashley win, they get Roman Reigns at Survivor Series in a triple threat match for the Undisputed
Ooh.
Universal Championship. Solo and Uso win, they get nothing, and they get a match at Survivor Series instead, like a 5-on-5 Survivor Series match.
Okay.
But I would tell the announcers to say that. I wouldn't put that like on paper. Like on
Hmm.
paper, it would be if AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley wins, they face Roman at Survivor Series.
Hmm.
The
Okay.
whole, well, if they don't win, they're gonna get a 5-on-5 Survivor Series tag team match. Like I would just like tell the announcer, like, hey, let the people who are listening let them know that. I wouldn't be like promoting that part.
Yeah.
The other main event, I got four, like I said. Cody Rhodes versus Dirty Don and a false count anywhere match. And this is a week after No Mercy. So
Ooh.
there's a chance that Cody Dirty Don may either still be NXT champion or he may not.
Okay.
So base, obviously I'm just the booker here. But
Hmm.
if they would tell me saying if I knew like, hey, Ali's gonna win the title, then I will have Cody Rhodes screw Don
Okay.
so to build up their feud more for Fastlane. And I don't know if I said this already, but it's gonna be Cody Rhodes versus Dirty Don in a false count anywhere match. So get it
Yeah.
because it Don is like you need to get your ass kicked kind of thing.
Yeah. He can't be winning all the time, especially if he's a heel.
Well, the thing is he hasn't been winning clean, but
Ah.
dirty Don, baby. And my other main event is Seth freaking Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. This is just a regular singles match.
Okay.
Um, oh, my other match is Io Sky versus Asuka for the is it the WWE Women's Championship or
Yeah.
WWE? It's
Woman's,
WWE
yeah. Another
Women's
one's a world heavyweight, yeah.
World Heavyweight Women's Champion or World
No, just
Women's
dirty,
Champ.
just the WWE Women's Champion. The world, yeah, because the other one, the Rhea Ripley is the world heavyweight champion.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
very confusing.
Yeah.
The other one is JD versus where am I throwing a blank? JD, but it's Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and actual JD Dunham
Mhm.
versus Jay Uso, KO, and Sami Zayn in a six-man
Ooh.
tag team match.
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
I also have a match that you booked, Walter versus Chad Gable.
I mean, Gunther?
Oh, what did I say? Walter?
Walter. Walter. Ali.
PWG.
Yeah,
PWG, baby.
I know, right? I should watch that. That'd be
Gunther.
awesome.
Gunther versus Chad Gable for the IC championship.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. They deserve a
So,
rematch.
oh yeah, for sure. Um, did Gunther already broke the streak, right?
Oh, yeah, he broke it, yeah. Now he's
Okay.
like
Yeah,
four
because
days, 5 days. Well, he broke it on Friday.
okay. Oh yeah, that
Whatever
makes
day it
sense.
was. Whatever day it was, yeah. Or last week, or I don't know. He broke it on like,
Yeah, it was this past Thursday, Friday. No, last week. Yeah, you're right. My
yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
So, all right, opening match ever. What's your opening match?
It's hard. That's tough because you do want to
You
start
you yeah,
strong.
you do have a good lineup.
I mean, I do. I always want to start my first match strong, so I'm gonna stick with Gunther versus Chad Gable. I think the if you start off the pay-per-view like that, the
Mhm.
rest of the show is gonna be good, but hopefully there's no like weak spots. But Gunther versus Chad Gable number one.
Okay. Now, who is going over your match?
Oh, Gunther,
You're
but
gonna
barely, but
barely.
barely.
So you're
Like
saying
he,
Chad Gable is approving?
yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Well, Chucky was a beast as it is. I mean,
Oh no, I know.
he been deadlifting people for a while, but
You dropped my pen.
I'm thinking Gunther's gonna win it, but I think it's gonna be that close where they're gonna deserve a third
Well,
match, and
this
that's
is your
gonna.
fantasy booking.
Oh yeah,
It's not gonna obviously this is just like
yeah,
if this is up to you, you're booking this fast lane. How would you book it?
yeah. I will. Yeah, so I would keep it. I would do Gunther, but barely. So there's a chance for a third match at down the line, like at
Okay.
Survivor Series. And that's where I think Cable might win it at Survivor Series. But we'll worry about that booking later. But I'm just going like if I were to go like straight booking, yeah, I'd say
Yes.
Gunther barely wins it.
Okay.
Or he wins it by like Imperium and interfering.
Mm,
So Gable still has that like, oh, I still got a chance. I could have won this clean, but he didn't, He
right.
lost it.
Yeah, I like if I was able to book. Well, I wouldn't do it for my. I'll tell you when it's my turn
Yeah.
since I do have that match on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, for my opening match, I'm gonna start off with the 6-man tag team match. That's
Hmm.
gonna I feel like, especially with Jey Uso being hot right now, doing all this, boom, getting the crowd, get money, big booty bit. Oh, okay. I got ahead of myself.
Oh wow.
And so that would be hot. And then also like I feel like um it'll be like it's gonna be a fast-paced match. So that's
Mhm.
why I would have it opening match. But I would have JD Dunham take the fall.
Okay.
Jay Uso. I would have Kevin Owens super accident, like there is gonna be a accidentally, like Kevin Owens is gonna accidentally super kick Jay Uso,
Ooh.
you know, during the match. And what I'm gonna do is, but Jay is still gonna be the legal man, and then KO stuns JD Dunham, boom, stunner, and then Finn Balor, Damian Priest takes him out, and then here comes Jay because he's still the legal man. Splash, boom, 1, 2, 3.
Mm.
So that way, it kind of is like, whatever. Like that way, Jay could be like, I ain't gonna be mad at you because the fact if you didn't have not taken me out, you took me out of the picture more temporarily for me to take the opportunity for me to hit my finish. So it worked out. So I'm not gonna be mad that the fact, and plus it makes it even though it was both for accident moments.
Yeah.
And that way they could get a rematch and they look strong getting their rematch. But if once they get their title rematch, JD's still gonna retain. It's just to let headstrong into their rematch. So
Yeah.
that will be my opening match.
Okay. Nice.
What's your second match?
My second match is gonna be Lashley, Ford, and Dawkins versus Ridge, Butch, and Sheamus. But the way I do it
Wait,
is that
Lashley and who? The Street
uh
Profit?
Street Profits
Oh,
versus
okay.
Brawling Brutes. The
Oh,
thing is, I'm
okay.
gonna have it. They're gonna come out. Lashley and the Street Profits are gonna come out as Gunther celebrating his win. So he celebrates with Imperium. They're all winning, and then Bobby Lashley's song hits, and he walks out and he looks at him. He's like, "Hey."
Mm.
So this match, it's kind of like, "Hey, this is gonna be you. You're gonna be, you're gonna, They're looking at each other like strong. But
Oh,
then
okay. Kind of like
Imperium walks.
okay, kind
Yeah,
of like Samoa Joe and like MGF at All
yeah.
Out.
He walks out and he like, "Hey, you're next, but let me worry about this people first." You
Right.
know. So then, yeah, that's so like as they're celebrating, boom, Bobby Lashley song comes out, and then they like walk past them, like, "Hey, you're next," So I would to have that momentum going, I would say Lashley and the Street Profits win against
Mm.
Brawling Brutes because it's all big. It's all man, these guys are all beasts, right? So I
Oh
think
yeah.
that'll be a second strong match. It'll be a strong match to carry the crowd because you don't want it to be weak at any point. So for me, this match would be like it just keeps the flow going. But I do see Lashley and the Street Profits winning. But like that's a way to build that feud for me to the next show or the next SmackDown or Raw. Because
And
then it's like, hey,
it makes them look strong too.
yeah, yeah. So that's
So
my pick.
okay, that's cool. That's cool. Um, so my second match, then it would be the IC championship. I will put Gunther versus Chad Gable. That would be my second match. Chad Gable, obviously. So what I was gonna tell you earlier, Chad Gable, every time he faced Gunther, it would be like a 3 minute match, 4 minute match, 5 minute match, 8 minute match, 10 minute match. So I would have done it that way because it shows that he's getting better and becoming a true challenge for Gunther. And then at Fastlane, I'm gonna give him like 20 minutes, man. Like you guys got 20 minutes, and it's gonna be a 20-minute draw. And then Gable tells Gunther, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. I'm trying to take something from Adam Cole and MGF.
Hmm.
So that way I'm trying to get a little, trying to throw some shades in there. Even though it's nothing bad, but it's gonna be I'm trying to get the whole the dirt sheet be like, oh, they did that from MGF and Adam Cole's matches and all that. So Gunther says no, and then the fans be like, "Oh, then you're scared, crybaby." Says something to offend him, and then he's like, "Okay, you know what? I'll give you 5 more minutes." Then he goes and takes him out in like 30 seconds. Ring the bell, ref. Restart this match, and then boom, clothesline lariat picks him up, power bomb, and then 1, 2, 3. Basically, squash him after that. Um.
Okay.
So yeah, so Gunther retains.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, that was my second match. So you're going on to your second or third?
Third match.
Oh yeah, because there was the IC and then you had a 6-man tag.
Yeah.
I love how we
Next,
both had 6-man tag
I
team
know, right?
matches.
It feels like that's how they're building a lot of the storylines. They're all like 6-man tags.
Usually in Fastlane, they have 6-man tag team match.
Yeah. That's why I'm like,
That's
okay,
why I did
thanks for
it.
following the theme. Yeah. So my next match is gonna be Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Dominic and JD McDonough. That's
Mm,
kind of like it's not a filler match because obviously Cody Rhodes and Jay. But that's what I'm saying. For me, it keeps the momentum going because you have Jay coming out and Cody Rhodes, so they're
right.
gonna just keep that level high. And plus, with Dominic having that heat, it keeps that match. It's in the middle of the card, pretty much. The third match is like the middle, so you got to keep the thing with most shows I've noticed recently. Any company is that the middle matches are the weakest matches in the card.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like this match keeps the flow going. Obviously, you have Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso having power and speed. You have Dominic and JD also having power and speed. So it keeps that like level high. It doesn't like lower it because I feel like if
Right.
I put a women's match in there, it might lower it. But I'm thinking the women matches I'm booking are going to be really good. But I'm gonna have Cody Rhodes and Jay versus Dominic and JD. So I'm gonna see actually Cody Rhodes and Jay winning it.
Hmm.
You know, obviously there's gonna be interference from Rhea Ripley and from the Judgment Day, but that's where I'm gonna carry. That's gonna carry out to the next one. But yeah, that's where I see Cody Rhodes and Jay winning because they have that momentum, and it gives like Dom a little bit of like he lost his luster, especially if he loses at No Mercy. It's kind of like what's going on kind of thing, you know. But he still has that
Mm.
heat going, so that keeps the level high in
Well,
the
yeah,
third
because you have
match.
that top heel against the two top baby faces. Well,
Exactly.
Jay Uso, they're trying to push him to be the
Yeah.
top baby face.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that. So it's kind of like you want it to be like the middle. For me, I think the middle should be really, really hot. So then the main events are really, really hot too. You don't want to burn
Mm.
people out, obviously, but at the same time, you want to keep a good level. But it's not gonna be like a long match. It's gonna be like 5 to 7 minutes, you know.
Yeah, that much of
And
a quick match with that.
yeah, but I see JD taking the fall though. But
Okay.
it'll work. It'll work. Like it'll just flow really nicely because you don't want to burn. And the thing for me, I wouldn't want to burn the audience for the rest of the show. So
Mm.
it's like you want to see these guys wrestle, but also you don't want to like burn out the crowd by like
Yeah,
the
I get
fifth
that.
match. You know. So that's
Right.
what that's what I think will be like a good flow. It's
That's why I booked. Like, if it was up to me, I would have booked the IC championship. That's why I both did it for like 20 minutes because it's a rematch of a rematch.
yeah,
So that's why I'm trying to give them like the whole 20 minutes, but this was going to be like the final thing. Like, this is
yeah,
the final battle between Gunther. So that's why I'm going to give it 20 minutes. Plus, it's the second match of the card. And my opening match was a 6-man tag team with Jay, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn against JD and JD Dunham. So it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a hot match. And I was gonna have it go like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I can't have the IC championship, who is in a long title reign now. I can't have him have a 5 minute match, you know. And plus, like I said, it's the final battle between this is like Gable's last chance. So
Yeah.
that's why I did. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna book him to have a 20-minute time limit draw, and then basically squash him once he gets that extra 5 minutes. I was just gonna like, you're gonna get squashed, just go boom, clothesline, and then power bomb 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, but my third match is going to be it's gonna be Cody Rhodes versus Dominic.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
because I just gave him a hot opening match. I just gave him a 20-minute time limit, having people thinking, oh my gosh, Gable is going to go over.
yeah.
And then people are going to be like, damn, they really just did Gable. Because I like said, as soon as that second bell rings or the third bell, whatever, boom, clothesline, power bomb, 1, 2, 3, that's it. Gunther retains his IC championship. People are going to be mad about that.
Yeah.
So I can't have the women's championship after that. I
No.
can't have the world heavyweight. I can't have John Cena. I can't have any of those matches after that. Cody Rhodes, he's the biggest baby face. Dominic, the biggest heel, and it's the false count anywhere match. Guess where do I want them to be at? Front of the audience. And that's where the most they're gonna wrestle for maybe like 5 minutes in the ring. And then after that, actually not even 5 minutes. It's Cody, as soon as that bell rings, boom, boom, punch it out, throw him out, and start fighting around the ring, everywhere. The fans, backstage, I don't care. 15 minutes, and then finish it off. Go back in the ring, wrestle for a bit, and then I will have the finish will be Cody Rhodes hitting him, um,
Crossroads.
uh, hitting him with a crossroads, and then he's trying to go for another one, but then Rhea Ripley comes in and hits Cody with the title belt, the
Mm.
world heavyweight title in the back of the head. Boom, knocks him out. Don covers 1, 2, 3. So Dirty Dom gets a win over Cody Rhodes.
Oh.
The only reason why is because Cody already has a win over Don.
Oh wow.
So now it's 1-on-1 that I know of. So that way, leading on to either a Survivor Series or, you know, maybe a 6-man tag team match or a 5-on-5, with Cody Rhodes and Don to lead whatever pay-per-view is in December, if they even have one.
Yeah.
So, but if not, then I would keep just building it to the Royal Rumble, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Nice. I like that one.
so yeah, that would be my third match.
Okay, perfect. So my fourth match, I think I'll connect it because I feel like it'll be Judgment Day. So it'll be Balor and Priest versus Sammy and Owens. So I'm thinking like I don't
This is
think
for
it's
the
gonna be
tag
this
team titles,
for the
right?
tag team titles, but I'm not thinking like how like I did the last one where like they just come out when they celebrate. I feel like all the people in the ring will stay there. So Cody and Jay and Dom and JD will stay,
Hmm.
with the teams. So I feel like it's gonna just end up like being a free for all. So I still see Jay and Cody and Dom and JD still involved in the tag team match of Judgment Day versus Sammy and Kevin. So
Okay.
it's gonna be like they're not gonna leave. They're gonna or they're gonna come back out with them because it's gonna. I feel like this should be for me. This is gonna be a precursor to Survivor Series. So it's gonna eventually be a 5-on-5 at Survivor Series. So right now we have four, and then obviously they both. It depends what woman wins over, but I feel, yeah. So Finn Balor, and Damian Priest are gonna take the W, but interference by JD and Dom. But it's
Hmm.
gonna end up in a brawl. Like it's gonna end up in a fight. For everybody. So I could see it's more. It's, obviously, this would be where it's like kind of like okay, it's chill pretty much, but still a good match. But it's
Right.
not gonna be overdoing it as much. It's gonna be like let's keep it level, let's keep it going, but not like let's not dip or
Man,
go
you're
too.
really trying to make this like you're trying to make
Oh yeah, let's
Fastlane
make.
you're just like your average pay-per-view, unless you're saving
Hey
it for the
man,
main event.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it like average right now. Just keep it like cut level because then you don't want, like I said, I don't want to burn anybody out. Because it's a eight. If I make this 8 matches, I think most shows they probably should keep it at 6. But like 8, you need to keep it like a nice level. Otherwise, you just burn everybody out or you get
That's
everybody gets
true.
bored.
Like, yeah,
So
I feel like if you have an 8 match card, I feel like every match should be at least 4 stars.
yeah, or decent enough.
Yeah,
You don't want it
like
to be
three to
like over
four.
crazy. You don't want it to
Yeah,
be boring as hell.
yeah. Because if you have like matches, it's like, bro, every match has to be like 4 stars.
Yeah.
You have to bring it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of like I'm like more chill with the fourth match, but still a really good match. But you still have that like build from the third match, so that momentum carries on to the fourth match, which is the
Mm,
Judgment Day versus Sammy and Kevin. So yeah, that's my fourth match. Judgment Day winning.
okay. Um, my fourth match was going to be no, it not was. It's going to well, yes, it was going to be the women's, but I forgot to book because I was going to book Nia Jax versus Raquel.
Oh.
Um, so my original plan was those two were going to be in a false count anywhere match
Hmm.
and determine the number one contender, and I was going to have Nia Jax win. But I figured I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put the false count anywhere on get with Cody and Don instead. Because obviously I'm not gonna have the NXT North American Championship defended.
Yeah.
So, and even if the chances of him losing it to Ali, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do all that. So I decided to go with Cody Rhodes and Dirty Don false count anywhere, and I just scratched Nia Jackson, Raquel. Uh, if I would have kept that match, then my next match would have been Io Sky and Asuka. But since this is
Mm.
technically my only women's championship, I'm gonna put the Jimmy Uso and Solo against Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles. That's gonna be my fourth match, and that match is obviously a tag team match. If Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles they win, they're gonna get Roman Reigns at Survivor Series in a triple threat match. And guess who's going over? Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles. So that way AJ Styles gets another opportunity at the both titles and also Bobby Lashley as well. I believe both men were former WWE championships. I'm pretty sure they've never been um Universal Championship. Also, the reason why I'm doing this is to now to continue the feud with Jimmy because Jimmy's still a part of the bloodline apparently. And then I would have obviously what's it called? Jimmy take the fall. Sorry, not Jimmy. So Jimmy causes Solo the fall, and then I will have AJ Styles. Um, so Bobby Lashley would do a spear on Solo. AJ Styles would do like a springboard, like a regular springboard dive, 450 if he could. I love his 450 that he used to do back in TNA.
Hmm.
Lashley Spear Solo doesn't know that he got blind tagged by AJ Styles. So now Spear, and then boom, 450 splash, 1, 2, 3. So now there's a tension because now it's like bittersweet because it's like, okay, we we're a tag team. Yeah, you got the W after I hit him with my spear. We're both gonna face Roman for in a triple threat. So it's like it's a bittersweet, but now it's like, but now it doesn't matter because we're both in the match. So now screw you.
Hmm.
Lashley takes out AJ Styles. And so yeah, so that continues the whole feud, and also it'll be a feud with Jimmy and Solo, and then also Jimmy with Roman, and then Paul Heyman's gonna be upset, and then but Roman's gonna be like, you know what, I don't have time for this because now thanks to you guys losing, I gotta face not only just Bobby Lashley but AJ Styles as well in a triple threat match at Survivor Series. So it's like, you know what, I'm not even gonna deal with this. Solo and Paul Heyman are gonna deal with Jimmy. I gotta focus on these two guys. So
Okay.
yeah, what do you think about that? What would you think? Will you be happy if that was a legit pay-per-view match? Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, and AJ Styles for Survivor Series?
Yeah, it feels like it's. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet, though. You know?
Roman Reigns needs more triple threat matches.
Yeah, but I mean, but not always make him look impossible to beat, though, right?
Yeah, like
Like make it like at least feasible or like bait where like okay, he could lose. You never know.
mhm,
Like he could lose it to AJ Styles, which would be amazing. And then AJ Styles could have one more title run. And Bobby
yeah.
Lashley, you know, he helped pretty much carry the company for most of 2020, I think, too. Besides Drew McIntyre.
Well,
But
that's
Drew
what I was
Mc
gonna say. I feel Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, and yes, Cody Rhodes. I feel like those are the five men that deserve to take the titles.
yeah,
Because I don't think the new generation like Austin Theory or LA Knight. No, they're not there yet.
yeah,
Somebody with a legacy, with a great legacy, not a future star. Somebody right now, current, deserves to take those titles, like those guys I just mentioned.
yeah, yeah. I like it though. Pretty
Mm,
good.
appreciate it. So yeah, that's my fourth match. So we're gonna go to your fifth match, correct?
Yeah. My fifth match, that one I put Jimmy Uso and Theory versus LA Knight and AJ Styles. Pretty much would be Jimmy going against LA Knight. No, and then no Theory and LA Knight and AJ and Jimmy. That's pretty much like the feud, but they made a tag team.
Mm.
So it's like the same thing. I think Jimmy needs to have a feud with AJ because I think Jimmy is the weaker of the brothers. Like, you
He's
know,
the Matt Hardy and Jay's the Jeff Hardy
exactly. So I think him having a feud with AJ for a while will be good for him.
for sure.
But I do see Jimmy and Theory winning. Because I think Theory needs something too to push him over, especially. But I would see Jimmy pinning LA Knight
Mm.
and now garner so much hate because because LA Knight's so over that like anything you do where he loses, it's gonna garner a reaction. So that's what I want. I want the
Mm.
people to be like, "Oh my God, how did Jimmy Uso beat LA Knight?" So that gives Jimmy Uso, or it gives Jimmy and Theory a win. That's what they both need. Jimmy legitimizes himself that he could beat up one of the top baby faces,
Yeah.
and also it keeps it'll eventually become one-on-one feuds with both of them. So LA Knight will you could go either after Theory first, hopefully help Theory out a little bit, and also how about Jimmy, which needs it a lot. Jimmy needs a lot of help too. So them two having feuds with LA Knight and AJ Styles, and it's gonna be consistent too because you have the heat the power of LA Knight, but
Mhm.
also that him losing will actually bring more people. Actually, it might actually help him better if he loses. He can't win
Right.
every match. And then people be like, "Oh, he's winning too many times." 'Cause that's what I mean with
Has
people.
he
Like
though? Has he? I feel like the matches that he's been winning are like the ones that don't matter.
that's the thing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he's gonna lose this match, but I'm thinking like this is gonna be more of motivation for people, or more exciting when he does win something. Like after this, he'll go feud with somebody and be like, "Oh, he won the IC title or something like that."
Mhm.
He's the one that breaks the streak, of Gunther, or he takes out like Seth Rollins. Wait, who's on Raw? No, somebody. He goes and defeats them. So it's kind of like it's a filler match, but it's also a pretty good match because you don't it's everybody in that match needs something. So for me, that's why I think it'll be a good fifth match because it's like in the middle. You still have all that people like cheering LA Knight and then AJ Styles, and then go from there. You know, yeah,
Ah, yeah. I like that. I like that.
yeah,
Um, so my this is my fifth match now.
yeah, yeah.
Woo-wee. All right, so now I got no choice. Now I gotta go ahead and give Io Sky versus Asuka. So that's gonna be my fifth match. Obviously, I'm gonna have Io Sky retain the WWE Women's Championship, thanks to none other than Big Booty Baylor. So, but I'll give it like about. This will be a short match, not too short, 12 minutes. That's not too bad. Um, so that was because of a distraction. Like I said, is to, Asuka is definitely gonna get a rematch. I'm just trying to like delay her victory because if it was up to me, I would have her win the title back to Io Sky. Um, yeah, win it back from Io Sky.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then yeah, like I said, Bailey helps with interference. Io Sky retains the championship, and it's just basically like a basic simple match. It is a dream match, but I'm trying to like build up to something. So I wouldn't give like have them give like 100% out of this match because, like I said, after this match, this is more like a filler dream match. Just because, like I said, it's like yes, I guess I want you to do a lot, but not too much because um what I had as the fourth match, I feel like it's gonna be like a really good, decent match. But I feel like regardless, if I tell Io Sky and Asuka, hey, you guys have 14 minutes, I feel like they're gonna tear the house down, regardless of what I want them to do.
Yeah.
So so it's like that's why I'm not gonna put too much into it because it's like I already know this is a dream match. So it's like I already know you guys are gonna steal the show. So it's like just go out there. I trust you. you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna give it too much, except this is how I want the ending. The ending would be Bailey's gonna interfere, cause Asuka, and then that way Io Sky retains, and then puts Asuka back in the bottom list because she got her rematch, and now she has a feud with Bailey to basically work her way back to the women's championship. And this way it gives Asuka another long reign, and then give us because it's just a taste.
Yeah.
We're trying to build it up a bigger pay per view and all that.
Yeah.
So that would be my fifth match.
Okay.
Now I'm down to my last two main events. How many more matches you got?
I got three. So I
So
got eight
one.
matches. You got seven?
Oh, I just go,
Oh, my
just go.
next match,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Okay.
Triple threat for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. This one, I would go. This one, I go like 10 minutes or so.
Hmm.
I would feel like they all have their moment because they're all very powerful women. I don't think none of them have like a weakness. Like they're all strong. Raquel has the strength. Nia Jax is big and strong. Rhea Ripley's very strong.
Yeah.
But I think I would
They
see,
both are power lifters or
yeah,
power or house power. Was it in video
powerlifting,
games?
yeah,
No, but in the WWE games,
powerhouse,
powerhouse.
powerhouse.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
powerhouse.
But I think it's time for Rhea to lose. I think her title reign has been kind of mediocre, to be honest.
Oh
Yeah, it's good
wow.
for the story. It's good for Judgment Day, but at the same time, it's not really helping the woman's title.
But
And
you just put her in a big match and you're gonna have her. I agree with you. Like she hasn't really done anything with the title, but that's because of the booking. And you put her in this big match and you're gonna have her dropped it?
yeah,
Wow.
I'm gonna let her drop it to Nia Jax
Okay.
because I
I
feel
mean,
like
at least you're gonna drop it to her because now it gives Raquel oh my gosh, like because like I said, Raquel deserves to be women's championship, but
yeah,
not just like that. She deserves to win the Rumble, and I feel like personally, she deserves to win the women's championship at WrestleMania.
yeah. So I
So
see Nia Jax winning because I feel like you need that kind of character. Remember with TNA or Impact, they had Awesome Kong, like she was
yes,
dominant,
yeah,
and it made just like every match, and she was facing like the small women. It was not like she was facing like a Raquel Rodriguez or a Rhea Ripley.
mm-hmm.
She was facing like Taryn Terrell, and she was facing who else? She was
Gail
facing
Kim.
like
She had
Gail
classic
Kim.
match. Gail
Gail
Kim,
Kim is like pretty short. She's a
yeah,
short lady. She's not like
had a
Awesome
classic
Kong.
match with Gail
Yeah.
Kim.
So I'm thinking like I know people say Nia Jax is dangerous and stuff, but obviously, hopefully she has improved. But for me, I would just be like limit her moves in the ring. I wouldn't go so hard with her, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll make her dominant enough where it makes the world. I makes Rhea Ripley's rematch at Survivor Series even more powerful.
Mm.
And obviously, like I said, I agree with the Raquel thing. I think Raquel eventually should go win the Rumble, but I think it just makes the World Heavyweight title, the Women's World Heavyweight title, more valuable, not as stale. Because then you'll have Nia Jax dominant, but she still has like her thorn on her side is still Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley still wants the title back, but I think it's
Right.
time for her to lose it. I think she's more of like I don't think she's a manager or anything like that, but I think it's time for her to like be with Judgment Day mostly. but still have a big role in that. But Nia Jax definitely take the title to another height and level where I don't know. I just feel like she should win it, especially just came back. Just kind of like that story where like she came back and has a lengthy reign. She might just lose it. I think she'll lose it at the Rumble. I think you
Mm,
know because I was gonna say whoever had the Money in the Bank, but that was cash in already. But I think
right.
Nia Jax will win it just to have that little like. Also, the controversy it might help a little bit. People be like, makes you want to. It's like a car crash. You don't want to watch it, but it's like I gotta. It's like that.
Yeah.
You see a car crash, you're like, whoa, but you're like, I want. You gotta be
You
like,
can't
oh,
you can't take your eyes off it.
yeah, exactly. So it's
So
kind of like what? And everybody's gonna be like, oh, Rhea Ripley's reign was kind of mediocre. Let's rebuild her from the bottom.
I
Go
like
face.
that. I like that, but like I do like that match, just the timing of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, well, the timing is happening right now. But it's like, yeah, but it's like I wouldn't want like if Rhea Ripley. The thing is, if I was booking that match, like if you told me like, hey, this is the match that's gonna happen, I would be like, and I was involved with the finish, I would
Yeah.
have Nia Jack beat Raquel.
Yeah.
So then technically Rhea Ripley would be like, I never lost the title.
Yeah.
You pinned somebody else to still make her look strong.
Yeah.
So that's how I would do the ending of the match though. But I
Yeah.
do like the booking of it.
Yeah.
So now we're going on to
Number seven.
my
Oh, you're
seventh,
six. You're six.
my
I went
sixth.
six. Yeah.
Okay, yes, my sixth match. So you gotta bear with me. The
Okay.
reason why I have eight, I don't have eight, is because it's on paper. I only have seven because this match right here, John Cena versus The Miz,
Whoa.
is gonna be my sixth match, but there's gonna be a following match. John Cena and The Miz, obviously, they have some personal feuds going on. They finally make it official. John Cena is going to wrestle in the Fastlane Miz against Miz in my fantasy booking.
Yeah.
But for all I know, that match could happen.
Yeah.
John Cena and The Miz is gonna happen at Fastlane in my fantasy booking. They both men come out. Bell rings, chain wrestling, lock up, headlock, takedown, shoulder tackle, drop down, hip toss, basic wrestling moves. Go slow
Yeah.
pace, and then gets to a point where Cena does the whole the five moves of doom, shoulder tackle, backdrop, five knuckle shuffle, he goes for the attitude adjustment, but the Miz reverse, skull crushing finale, 1-2 kick out, goes again, rolls over it. Cena picks him up, attitude adjustment. Cena still selling the effects of the skull crushing finale, right? The Miz's
Yeah.
finisher. Boom, just he's selling. All right. While he's trying to crawl to the Miz, here comes Austin Theory. 1, 2. The Austin Theory comes and breaks the count. Ref rings the bell. Disqualification. Blah blah blah. Now the Austin Theory is beating down what's it called? John Cena. Now John Cena's fighting back. Grayson Waller comes out, attacks John Cena,
Wow.
you know, and then next thing you know, all we hear is LA Knight. And then the
Ooh.
boom, here comes LA Knight with a steel chair, chasing people. Yeah, he chases everybody out, like the Miz, because eventually the Miz helps out and attacks Cena as well. So now three
Wow.
men are attacking him. Then that's when LA Knight comes out with a steel chair, scares them off. LA Knight gets the phone. Let me talk to you. How about we have us? I ain't no host or anything. I don't know if you could still go, but how about you and me team up and beat down these three losers? I don't care if it's both of you, all three of you. You know, what do you
Yeah.
say, Cena? And Cena says, "Yeah, okay, tag team, six man, whatever." Austin Theory, and so now it's a 3-on-2 tag team match,
Oh, okay.
and then they have another quick 5-minute match. Cena and what's it called? Cena and Austin Theory. Austin Theory and The Miz have a miscommunication. Nothing bad, just a miscommunication. And The Miz is yelling at him, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And Austin Theory's like, does not want that disrespect and walks away. and Grayson Walker, he's trying to walk away. Grayson Walker stops him, like, where are you going? What are you doing? Why are you leaving? He's like, man, no, screw him. Grayson Waller goes in the ring. He's like, what happened? What are you guys doing? And then they both get distracted. Boom. Miz
Mhm.
and LA Knight take him down, or Cena and LA Knight take him down. And then they both hit him with their finish, and everybody goes home. So with the Miz and Cena, I would say it'll be like a 4 minute match, and then the 2-on-3 tag team match, I would say like an 8 minute match. So like overall, probably between like 12 to 15 minute match.
Okay.
So that way we get to see Cena wrestle not once but twice,
Mhm.
and then we get LA Knight. We get to see him. We get to see him wrestle, not just to see him wrestle. We get to see him team up with Cena. So that's a lot of star power on LA Knight.
Mhm.
So especially with the whole TKO grouping, woo-wee, LA Knight and Cena, they're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna need more of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's gonna be my sixth and seventh match. So my sixth
So
match is Cena. The official match card is Cena versus The Miz. And what's that word called? Like a bonus match
yeah,
is John Cena, LA Knight versus Austin Theory, Miz, and Grayson Walker or
Waller,
Waller.
Waller, yeah.
And the reason with the whole Austin Theory and the Miz is I'm trying to push Austin Theory as a babyface. That guy
Wow.
sucks as a heel. He is a great. He's a great guy. From what I heard, he's a nice dude. That nice dude clearly does not know how to be a bad dude.
Yeah.
When he was a bad, and then when he was good as a heel, when he was doing the selfie,
Yeah.
when without the selfie to be a serious wrestler as a heel, he's not doing well.
No.
So I'm gonna push him. I will still have him heel, but he's slowly turning and building up a feud with the Miz and
Okay.
Grayson Walker, and have him team up with eventually have him team up with with Cena and LA Knight. Ooh, maybe for Survivor Series booking.
Yeah,
I gotta
right.
oh
Save that. Save this.
oh
Save this card for later.
I gotta
To
write that
watch our.
down.
Yeah. That's pretty good though. I
Ooh,
like that. Actually, I like that.
appreciate it. So yeah, so that's my sixth and seventh match. So I guess
Okay.
you have two more or you have one
Two
more.
more. Two
All
more.
right.
I'll shock you. My main event
Ooh, daddy.
is not Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. Number 7 is Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. Not my last match. I'll tell you
Oh,
why. So
all right, talk to
Nakamura and
me.
Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. They go back and
It's a
forth like
singles match.
the singles match.
Okay,
Back and forth. Um, and I see Nakamura taking the W.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, how?
But how?
Yeah, how?
Um, he I don't think he does the poison mist, but he does a poison mist this one time because
Hmm.
Great Muta is like his inspiration. Because remember how he was at Payback?
Right.
So he misses Seth Rollins. He hits the Shinsaka and he
Oh,
wins.
okay.
So
I
it's
like
kind of
that.
dirty but clean. But guess what? Boom, the music hits. Damian Priest comes out, knocks out Seth Rollins. That gives an excuse to be out for like to get surgery or out for like 6 months.
Hmm.
So I'll put Seth Rollins on a shelf for until Royal Rumble or WrestleMania
Hmm.
to give him a little break because he needs it. And he goes in and cashes in on Nakamura. It's like how the Josh Alexander thing. Remember when Moose came out
Right.
and he
Okay.
cashed it in on Josh Alexander? Like Nakamura finally got the title.
But at least
He has it in his
Nakamura's wife
hand.
ain't gonna be there,
Yeah,
and his
he got the
kids.
title in his hand, and then boom, Damian Priest comes out, hits him with the Money in the Bank briefcase, cashes it in, new champion. Bam,
So it just Damian Priest, no JD.
just Damian Priest.
Hmm.
Because he takes out Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins has the effects of the mist.
Mm,
So he looks up, smack in the face,
okay.
by Damian Priest. He smacks Nakamura. Referee goes in, rings the bell, pins Nakamura. 1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like that thing where like, so that gives like Seth Rollins like, okay, he got a concussion or whatever, he got injured. he's off for 6 months. He gets surgery. He gets better, right? According to his, and Nakamura gets his title reign, but it's kind of like that bittersweet, like, oh, he won it, but he lost it. But
Right.
that's gonna build on to the next pay-per-view. So I think Nakamura's gonna eventually win it back, but down the road, I don't know, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. But that for me leaves people like, oh snap. And
Right.
that's not my last match. So it's like you have a new champion, but let's have another new champion the same night. So that's my number seven.
So technically, you would have nine, right? Because you have one more match.
I have eight. And the last one is eight. This
Oh,
is
so
seven.
Damian Priest and Shinsuke is eight.
It's seven. It's kind of like a bonus. It's not really a match. It's more like he goes in and cashes it in.
Well,
It's
on
like a
paper you have eight.
yeah,
So, but you're adding a bonus match because of
yeah,
Damian Shinsuke, so you have nine total
yeah,
matches.
yeah.
Okay. No,
But it's a
I was.
quick like he knocks
Yeah,
him out
yeah.
and pins him. It's not like let's ring the bell and fight 10 minutes. It's like a quick,
Right.
knock him out and pin him.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I like how you done that because I'll tell you why. Shinsuke Nakamura, now it's like now he's been more heelish because of Damian. I would have JD come out and
Mm,
attack. I would have them take out. So you got JD Dunham,
McDonough,
Finn
yeah.
Balor, and
Dominic.
Dominic and Rhea Ripley all taking out Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins.
Hmm.
Put Seth Rollins through announce table. Damian Priest comes out, like his music comes out. You know, he's gonna cash in on Shinsuke Nakamura to win the World Heavyweight Champion. And then because now Shinsuke, what he could be an anti-heel. With the
Mm,
whole anime, if you watch anime, how many of those good amount of heroes and villains are anti-heroes?
yeah, that's good stuff.
Shinsuke Nakamura could do that. He doesn't have to be a baby face. He doesn't have to be a full heel. He could be an anti-hero.
Yeah,
He's like, because he's like, I just want my title back. You screwed me. I know a heel screwed another hero, but I'm an anti-hero to these people.
yeah.
I don't care about them. They want to cheer for me. That's cool, but
Hmm.
I don't care about them. I care about the World Heavyweight Championship that you took away from me, and you took my moment. You know,
Yeah,
like I finally won it. I knew I could beat Seth Rollins, and you took it away. But with Shinsuke, obviously with Shinsuke, say all that in Japanese.
yeah,
You know, don't say it, and that's because that's where the heelish comes from.
yeah,
So that's how I would book it for you
yeah,
for the ending. But I do like that idea.
yeah.
So my main event, my actual main event. Actually, what's your main event again?
Let me tell you.
Yeah, because well, you give me your lineup already, right?
Oh yeah, Io Sky and Asuka.
Do you have a big finish?
Yeah, not really. No, I don't know.
All right. Well, let's see who has a better finish.
Okay.
I do you have like an actual good finish, like how you did for the last one? Or are you gonna have a finish like how I just like went straight to the point for that my
Probably,
version of
probably
it?
straight to the point.
So do
Yeah.
you want to give yours first then?
Yeah.
Because I have like an actual good finish.
Okay.
And there's a reason why this is like closing. Because technically I was gonna have Cena and the Miz, because I was gonna say like again, because it was gonna be a bonus match after that. But then when I came up with a different I came up with a different idea, and I'm like, oh no, that's the main event right there.
Hmm.
So so your main event is gonna be Io Sky versus
Asuka.
Asuka for the women's championship. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense because it is a dream match.
Yeah. So I'll make it like I don't know if you see Joshi wrestling, like Japanese women's wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. Like
Oh yeah, I seen.
so I would
I'm not gonna
say,
lie and say I know who the wrestlers are.
oh yeah, there's a
Have I
lot.
seen their matches? Yes, of course.
Because
And yes,
like
they're
the
crazy.
like Homicide's finisher, there's a woman that used it a lot.
Mm.
I think Megami Kudo. But I'll make this like a Joshi
So
style match, like just straight up like destroying each other
so
back and
basically, it's
forth,
like, hey, what you ladies do in Japan? Do that
like
here.
stardom and like do that,
So
like pretty much like, hey, I know Asuka was like kind of bashing Joshi wrestling, but at the same time, when they were both there, I think that one of them were there. I think they're both in Stardom. But like just I'd be like go out there and my pretend this is let's pretend this is Tokyo Hall or the
Right. Like the
Kohito,
match that we
yeah,
could should have gotten with AJ Styles and
Nakamura.
Nakamura at
Like Japanese
WrestleMania.
style. I'll make it Japanese
Hard,
style
yeah,
rules.
Japanese
Like
strong,
just
strong
strong
style. There
style.
you go,
Just
strong
go
style.
hard. But that match would be like 10, 15 minutes. It'd be like a long match.
Mm.
And there'll be blood. This will be the only match I could see blood in, like women's match. And they
Mm.
just keep taking it back and forth with each other. And then the way I would finish it is I would have Io Sky win. But like I would think I'll go the same route you did with Bailey. But I would have Bianca Belair return and attack
Mm.
Bailey, but Bianca accidentally knocks out Asuka with like a spear because she's
Mm.
about to take out Bailey, and Io Sky goes up, moonsault, boom, grabs the rope, one, two, three, over.
Mm. I will remove the rope because it's
No, okay,
unnecessary.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the rope is unnecessary after all
okay,
that.
make it look stronger, right? If I
Yeah,
take out the
just
rope,
yeah.
because then Bianca's like, "What is going on?" But well, Bailey, well before Bianca says, "Oh my God," and then Bailey takes her out, and then Io moonsault goes for the pin. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's great. Yeah, I like that, especially when you mentioned like especially where it's like, hey, you guys are gonna do what you guys did in Stardom. We want that tonight because obviously you're the main event. So
yeah, just
yeah,
kill each other, just
yeah.
like kill each other, like in
Tear
the
tear
ring.
the house down. Yeah, and you're the
Yeah,
main event. So
yeah,
they're both Japanese, right?
yeah. They're both from Japan.
So
Yeah.
yeah, to main
But I don't know if
event.
they were both in Stardom, but I know they were both in Japan. I think there
Mm,
was like AJ, PW, there's Stardom, there's Ice Ribbon, there's a lot of promotions. I don't know if they were always in this. I think Asuka was at Stardom. I think they were at Stardom at separate times. I gotta check that. But they were both in Japan, obviously. They're from Japan. But yeah, a lot of Joshi wrestling. I would just go crazy, just go nuts in that
mm.
match.
Yeah, so you did had a good finish.
Yeah,
That's a good way to end the show.
yeah.
Uh it's tough because you had a great finish for the Seth Rollins match and having Damian Priest going, winning the World Heavyweight Championship. So, um,
That's
but
why I said like
I
for main
would,
events, it'll be like
yeah,
you could be like, oh, I love this one and this one was okay. Like
mm,
people could be like, it's their own taste. Like, ooh,
yeah,
I do like a cash in. Like we were there at SummerSlam. That was amazing. That
yeah,
cash
it
in,
was,
it's a different kind of
but it
feel when
would,
you
yeah,
experience it.
but also it was Io Sky as well.
Yeah. So you're like,
So,
so you have the cash in, and then right after you have Io Sky winning it, but like just in a badass match, you know? So it's
mhm.
like,
Yeah, and that
yeah,
match was and that
yeah,
triple threat was awesome too.
yeah. See,
It
I'm
was
like,
a match of the night for me, and then
yeah,
have you could see my reaction on
yeah,
TikTok. So
yeah.
yeah, that was a great moment.
Go to TikTok, guys.
So, but yeah, no, but if you did not have Rhea Ripley lose the title because
Mhm.
of that, you booked her to lose the title, then I say yeah, Damien should not close out the show.
Mhm.
Have the women's match close out the show. So that's the only reason why I would agree with that. But if you had Rhea Ripley retain, then I would be like, no, that should be your main event right there, having
Yeah.
Judgment Day strong. So
Mhm.
because they won in your
Yeah,
tag team
Judgment
match.
Day. I think the only person that won their match
It was
was
everybody.
Damien
Yeah,
and the tag team match.
yeah.
Dom lost and Rhea Ripley lost.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's kind of like there's dents in their armor. Like you still want to
Right.
have that because you don't want to make them too dominant. Where it's like the bloodline, right? You know how people got sick eventually of it. Now people are like kind of sick of the bloodline. It's still going strong, but it's kind of sick of it. You kind of see they had little dents in their armor. That's why they did that feud where like Finn Balor and Damian Priest were kind of like arguing with each other.
Hmm.
So this is another kind of little layer of like there's dents in their shields, in their armor of like their team. They can still lose, but you don't want
Right.
to make them always undefeated, win every match, So some win, some lose,
Well, it
So it's
depends
kind of
on
like
how you book it in the
yeah,
match.
yeah.
Yeah, because you can make them look weak in the match, but still have them win strong.
But I feel like Rhea Ripley with losing, she'll be way better from it because I feel like she would be
Because she'll
like
be she'll be frustrated.
yeah,
Because
she'd be like
especially that she's the only one who's not champion, and you got Damian Priest holding 3 titles.
yeah.
So yeah,
So
that
technically, like, makes it more like you wanted to be like she, like, it seems like she lost her hunger. Like, that'll be her storyline for me coming out of this. Like,
mm,
oh, I've been too focused on this mommy thing. I've been too focused on
I
like
gotta go
being,
back being dominant. Yeah,
yeah, like I'll go back to the Ripley I was before, like destroying everybody in
but
NXT
still
UK.
have her in
Yeah,
JD though. Still
yeah,
have her in JD.
still have her
Yeah,
there, but like be like I'm the weak link in this group
Mhm.
because she feels like she's always there. She attacked, at payback. She did the spot where she did the barrier, but she still had a match after that. No, she didn't have a match that night, did she? After
Yeah,
that,
with
see,
Raquel.
that's the thing. Like she still went through a barricade, but she still had a full match after that. Like that's kind of like, oh, what the hell? So for
Yeah.
me, it's kind of like she's like, okay, I gotta step up my own game up. Yeah, I've been
Mm.
too complacent. I just been like riding with the coach, with the team, but I'm over here losing my title. I should just go back and like, you know, be dominant. So it's
I gotta
kind of
go back to my
yeah,
old roots and try to
yeah,
get my redemption back.
yeah,
So yeah, I like that. That's
yeah.
cool. So my main event is Seth freaking Rollins versus
Ooh.
Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Hmm.
Seth Rollins comes out first. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We look at the screen. Bam. Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricochet are fighting backstage.
What?
Fighting backstage, right? Seth Rollins, they break him up. Seth Rollins gets on the mic. Hey, 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 I don't know. Ricochet, look at the camera if you can hear me. Ricochet looks at the camera. Okay, cool. I got your attention. Shinsuke Nakamura, get your ass out here. We're gonna have this match. And you know what? Ricochet, you come out down here too, since you want to go ahead and text Shinsuke. Why don't you get in this ring and we'll make it a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship?
Hmm.
Boom. Shinsuke Nakamura, Ricochet, Seth Rollins now for the World Heavyweight Championship in a triple threat match. Um, Obviously, I'm gonna have Shinsuke is gonna hit with his Ricochet with his finish. Seth Rollins tosses Shinsuke Nakamura out and then curb stomp on Ricochet. One, two, three.
Hmm.
So this saves Shinsuke Nakamura from having another loss.
Hmm.
And also he could have a feud with Ricochet because it's like I lost my opportunity to be world champion because of you and because you wanted to. Because Ricochet's the one who attacked
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura first. So it's like you're the reason why this became a triple threat match. It should have just been a 1-on-1. So that starts something, and also it gives Shinsuke Nakamura a future world heavyweight championship. Um,
Hmm.
and to pick up the feud,
Hmm.
Seth Rollins retains celebration, and the lights go out.
Oh god.
Lights go back in. Turns around. Boom. Claymore from Drew freaking McIntyre.
Ooh.
I would have that man turn heel that freaking night.
I thought he was
Clay.
heel.
He's slowly turning heel.
'Cause I know like he faced Xavier Woods, and I thought
Yeah.
Xavier was a face.
Well, Xavier Woods was talking trash to Drew
Ah.
McIntyre. That's why.
So,
But that night, I would have make it official and let it be known Drew McIntyre is officially a heel now, and have him raise the World Heavyweight Championship. And that's how I will close out the show. The triple threat
nice.
match, I will give it like 15 minutes because you got,
Okay.
Seth Rollins, high flyer, Ricochet, high flyer, Shinsuke Nakamura doing some crazy stuff. Seth Rollins doing crazy stuff, Ricochet doing crazy stuff. I feel like they could do a lot in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So, and again, this is a triple threat match. So everybody gets has their own time and get their stuff in.
Yeah.
So with Seth Rollins, getting the W, and then that shocking moment is Drew McIntyre attacking Seth Rollins and holding up the World Heavyweight Championship, that he is next in line. So that's how I would book my fantasy booking. So let us know in the comments whose fantasy booking that you prefer, Ever or myself. Yeah. Let us know in the comments, or there's gonna be a poll. Well, it's gonna be a poll on Spotify. I don't even know how that works on YouTube for a video, but so yeah, let us know which fantasy booking is better, or at least let us know which matches you liked. Obviously, me and Ever had similar matches as well, so you could even let us know, hey, I prefer this match, but I liked how Ian would have booked it. I liked, whatever. Just let us know. Give us your
Yeah.
feedback. Hit that like and subscribe video. But
Oh,
anyways,
yeah.
Ever, take us home, baby.
All right, listeners and viewers, this will be it for this episode. I'm Ever, and this is Ian.
And we are out.
Bye, guys.